So let's come and sit. Yeah, there's another thing I wanted to mention to you guys before we start. Um, I am noticing that I am in a process, like we all are, and emotional numbness is one of the biggest reasons that I started yoga, because my relationship with my body and with my sexuality was disastrous. And I noticed this while when I was like 22, 23, I didn't enjoy sex at all. And I even had pain during sex. And I just noticed that I was a little bit weird and very rough and not very sensitive. And so that's where when my yoga trip started to with the intention of healing myself, because I really noticed that sex should something to be enjoyed. And um and I yeah, there are so many weird things that I noticed that I just needed to heal. So my yoga journey has helped me so much. And the more I learn about all these different aspects in the psychology, the more I come back to the practice, because there's all these different ways of people to heal, talking therapy and gestalt therapy and all these different therapies. But if the yoga has it all, the yoga combines it all these different therapies is, for me at least, is the yoga the most uh, effective way to heal yourself, because it touches all the layers, all the five koshas we have in our system, body, mind, system. And so the healing journey is can be quite painful. The waking up journey becomes quite painful, because you realize how much layers you build around your heart to protect yourself. And so often, if you start to take off the layers, you become more sensitive. And because you become more sensitive, you become more in connection with your inner child, which is always inside of you. But normally, through life, you don't feel you're not in connection with it anymore, because you need to go on functioning and carrying your responsibilities. But so the more you are in connection with your own inner child, the more you feel, first of all, how you yourself have protected yourself against all these mechanisms, with all the things that happen to you. And if you have the luck to be still around your parents, then you continue the connection with your parents in conversations and everything. Then you can start noticing how your inner child has been, um, sealing off because of the interactions you had with your parents. And this is exactly what happened, like, to me. I mentioned to you that I was at a dinner with my mother, and now I'm looking with these all these different eyes, and I notice how it comes to be that I got the way I became, because of the behavior that I had from my mother, from my father. And it's an ongoing trip, but it started in my mind, talking to me so much. And that combined with the place of the planets, which kept me just awake all night. Let's come and sit in Taylor's seat. Welcome yourself to your practice. Close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, softly bring yourself to this space where you leave behind the believing of your thoughts. You leave behind the blah, 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 by maybe putting the attention on your body and the way it feels. Or maybe putting the attention on your breath. Notice what is moving as you start breathing. Notice if it is the breath, the chest, sorry, that lifts up, or is it the belly that goes forward, or maybe the ribs, or maybe all three of them. Just notice where, before we did anything, you naturally breathe. And then we'll start making our circles. So as you make your circles, close your eyes and see if you can start gazing between your eyes with your eyes closed. Now notice if your jaw is relaxed. Notice the placing of your tongue. Can you unclick your tongue from your upper palate? And then notice the speed in which you move. And then take that speed down a touch. Because you'll notice that when you do that, slowly the mind slows down as well. And because of the mind slowing down, the thoughts going less quickly, different, little bit less layers of thinking. We have so many voices going on all the time. So most of the time we're not aware of it, but the more you'll practice, the more you notice all the different voices talking to you at the same time, all these different archetypes. And depending in what situation you find yourself, a certain archetype will take the forefront of the stage. But this is all happening in the unconscious mind, you guys. So the more we observe ourselves while we're doing anything, really anything, the more we become aware how the unconscious mind actually rules 95% of our days. The way we talk, eat, listen or not listen, make decisions, everything. 95% is in the unconscious. So yoga is waking us up to the conscious field. So we become more master of everything we say, do, and even think. It all starts with the observation. So this is again why I was saying in before that all therapies come down, boil down to this. All starts with becoming more and more aware of the observer. And then change the direction. And if you notice that you're into your mind again, so you're starting to listen to your thoughts again, what helps so much is really gazing between your eyes. This is the point, the light point, the neutral point, the place of observation. And then hold still. Big deep inhale, big deep exhale. Already maybe you can feel some effect in your legs, your feet, your hips. Maybe you feel some vibrations. Maybe not. Bring the shins, the hands on your shins. And then we're going to go inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So the theme of today, emotional numbness, is also bodily numbness often. We learn to cut off ourselves from the present moment, from our feelings, from our sensations, simply because what is happening is too painful. So, as a survival mechanism as a child, we learn to disassociate, numb out, and then we are safe because we don't feel what's actually happening. Now, in the beginning, this is a survival strategy, so it's a medicine. It helps us to survive. But then when we grow up, it can be a obstacle in living a juicy life because we are a little bit numbed out. We don't feel anymore. Our heart is closed, and it might be safe, but it takes away the juice. So because of that, then maybe we become a little bit lethargic, a little bit depressed, because everything is kind of, we don't feel anything. So it's not so interesting anymore, life. So yoga helps us to juice up our system, to get more in connection with what we feel and what we think and what we do. And then inhale, lift the chest, block your breath, squeeze your pelvic floor muscle a little bit, and then fully out. Just take a moment to feel if there's any sensations now in your legs, in your lower back. Relax your jaw, gaze between your eyes. It's our anchor. So whenever you notice you're lost in your thoughts, gaze back to your eyes, in between your eyes. And the more often you do it, at a certain moment, it becomes a habit. So that's the magic of repetition. All right, so we're gonna bring the thumbs behind the shoulders, fingers forward. Now activate your pelvic floor muscle, belly, and flex your feet so we have a steady ground so the upper body can loosen up. Lift the chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Doesn't matter left, right. And you don't need to keep your chin at a certain point. You let your eyes and your chin move with the position of your shoulders. Inhale, exhale. Lift the chest. Keep closing the pelvic floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. Block your breath. Close the pelvic floor. Pull the navel to the spine. Keep reaching up, 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 up. And then exhale. Bring the hands on the knees. Palms up. Straight open chest. Gaze between your eyes. And maybe you might feel some of that presence in your system. Now stay here with your eyes closed, and I will read out loud again the 7 signs to know when your shadow is in charge. Love loops. You keep acting out the same dynamics and patterns, emotional reruns in relationships, friendships, family, or romantic relationships. The second one, dominating inner critic. So being overly critical of yourself, degrading yourself, driving you to do and achieve more and be better all the time. Criticizing yourself when you're not perfect or good enough. That's the second one. The third one, doing something you know is not good for you, which we all do. Even though you are aware that a choice is not healthy or beneficial, you decide to do it anyway. So that mainly talks about addictions. Defensiveness. Getting defensive when the situation does not at all call for it. I think more, yeah, we all, I don't know if it's more linked to men or women, but we all know this. You get into defending something while somebody was absolutely not attacking you, but you felt attacked because there is an inner critic going on very strongly. And so it's actually the other person is just a projection, and you want to like defend yourself through the other person of your own against your own critic. Then the fifth sign that our shadow is in charge. By the way, one of those shadows is always in charge, right? So it's not a bad thing. It's human. We just want to become aware of it. That's all. And the awareness will heal it. Reactivity. So automatically and repeatedly acting in the same way and losing ourselves in the ensuing dramatics. It's a disproportionate response that does not match the circumstance. Reactivity. Somebody just says something and you act upon it like a volcano. It's just because you're triggered, and the trigger is coming from an unresolved, not inside of yourself. And again, the more we become aware of our knots, the less it will have its power. So the more we become aware, the more we start owning it, and the less power it will have over us. Um, the sixth, excessive positivity. Excessive positivity. This is common in the whole spiritual world. It's such a shame that I mean everything needs to be positive and go away with the negative energy, and this becomes such a tense situation if people cannot be sad or negative or aggressive, because sadness, aggressivity, jealousy, envy, they all are part of the human system. We all have a personality and ego which we want to defend, so it's very, very human. um, and we will only have less a tendency to go towards those incredible, strong emotions, the more we accept them inside of us. And so, if you're overly positive all the time, it means that you don't accept the more heavy emotions. And then they get ignored, and then they will have their power so much because they're not allowed to exist. So actually, you charge them up much more simply by denying them or not allowing them to be there. So that's excessive positivity. Exaggerated investment in being positive, resolutely upbeat, inordinate positivity that distances us from real emotional and psychological depth and the suffering of others. So you can imagine that if you don't allow yourself to be negative, you will just simply, if somebody is hurting or in a heavy vibe, you will absolutely not give that person attention because you want to like shut yourself off from it. But often that's exactly what they need. Now, there are people who are very heavily absorbed in their victim role. And then we need to use viveka, it's discernment. And then those kind of people, of course, we don't want to nourish that victimhood. Um, but it's a thin line, and yeah, we need again a good eye, the third eye, to be able to see where somebody is and then how to react on it. Then the seventh one is emotional numbness. That's where we are today. Being cut off from our emotions keeps us safely removed from the pain in relationships that we associate with emotions. So I'll repeat that. Being cut off from our emotions keeps us safely removed from the pain in relationships that we associate with emotions. So this can be this can have its origin in like being rejected for crying or showing anger when you're young. So we were not allowed to have a certain emotion when we were young. Then it goes to still inside. And it has a whole effect that I was just explaining. It's not being seen, and so that's where it will rot and where it will spurt out in a complete disproportionate way. Take a couple of deep breaths and just observe again what your inner thoughts are on the text I just gave you. What comes up for you? Without judging it, just notice what associations your mind makes with the information I just gave you. So if you're dealing with a person like I used to be in the past, who was super rough with a closed heart, and you see somebody is not reacting normally to whatever you're saying because it's like it doesn't even arrive in that person, instead of now being angry at that person for not seeing you, you can realize that this person is simply emotional numb and doesn't feel anything. So all these insights help us to go from judgment to understanding. So I have a last thing I want to say about this is Gabor Mate, one of my spiritual teachers, he says it so beautifully. We all have an internal family of multiple personalities who all have different roles and we want the self to become the head of the family. Yeah. So we all have these multitude of different personalities who all have different roles inside of us. And we want the self, the observer, our spirit, to be the head of the family. This way we can integrate and we can heal. And so if we are in so much connection with the self, with the observer all the time, we can connect in a very good way because there is not this fight going on inside of ourselves. So it's such a paradox, right? Because you would say, detachment, you become cold, and detachment, you're loose and you become indifferent. No, because of the detachment, we can see the sweet little ego doing all its tricks, all the personalities of the personalities of this ego. Ego has many different personalities, and we can at the same time we can see it as these tricks it's playing to fight for attention and for and because we are so okay with it, because we are detached, we can actually make connection to it. Because if we are completely identified with the personality, with the ego, with the role games of all these different archetypes which you are projecting outward again, then it's too close. We don't have the capacity to embrace everybody because we identify and we want one to win. So I do hope this arrives in your consciousness, what I'm talking about. And if it doesn't, just let it be. And other things on your own life, in your unfolding of your own life, and listening to other people and having different life experiences will maybe then it will be start making sense later. All right. So let's come and stand up. So we will go, yes, to kind of an intense workout, but then the invitation is instead of numbing out because it will be hard, you try to really stay in the practice. Stay in the practice. All right. Just shake out your legs. Just move your wrists. Inhale up, exhale down. Shoulders. And then slowly stay still. Now, because we've been shaking so much, keep your hands wherever you feel. I hope you can feel the after calibrations of the shaking in your body. Maybe you feel the periphery of the skin. Maybe you can feel it inside of your body. But notice how everything is stirred up on the inside. Come to the front of your mat. And here we go, simple. Now as you go down, go to the heels. Go not to your front foot, go to the heels. Last one. Nice. From here, inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale all the way down. Take your feet back. All right, place your knees on the floor. Here we go, 30 times. No, 10, sorry, 2. 10. Downward dog. Take a couple of breaths. Down dog. Very well. From there, lift up your right leg high. Use your belly, guys. Use your belly. Now we're gonna go 10 repetitions of 3 touchings. Yes. And maybe if I go, it's gonna be 5. I'm not sure. I will feel it in my body. So we're gonna lift up the right leg high. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. That's 1. Up, another 1. Up, another 1. Go to the right. Right knee up, left elbow. That's 2. Right knee up, in the middle. And up, right knee, right elbow. That's 2. Up, that's 3. And up, in the middle, and up, 3. Up. Right knee, left elbow. 4. Up. And middle. Up. And right side. 4. Up. 5. Up. 5. Up. 5. Up. 6. Up. 6. Up. 6. Up. 7. Up. 7. Up. 7. Ooh, inhale. Exhale. That's 8. 2 more. Tick. Up. 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 We go to 10. And then we bring your right foot in between the hands. Come and stand up. Woo. Stay present. And there we go. Inhale up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna go 20. 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. All right, from there you place your hands on the floor, lift up your left leg high. Woo, big breath. Stay with the sensations. Now try to lift up your left foot without touching the floor. 10 times, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Big breathing. Feel your heartbeat. All right, let's go to the other side. So for my own personal practice, I do double. 50 repetitions of all, so that you know that it's easy to do a lot more. So maybe this will inspire you. Okay? Very good. All right, there we go to the arms. Place your hands on the floor, take your feet back. Down dog. Sigh it out. Nice. So we come onto the knees. We take the hands a little forward and then we go to our arms and the upper back. So I want to tell you that please go with your elbows to the back and not out. That's so important. And notice also that if you go down, that the shoulders don't go up. Because when the shoulders go up, it's really a waste of time. Because then you're really not getting stronger. You want to be able to hold the shoulders away from the ears and then go down. Because only then you're touching your triceps. Otherwise, you're just straining your neck. Yeah? So, some of you will just do this. That's fine. With time, you will be able to go much forward. Okay, another thing is don't stick your bum out. Your bum needs to go to the front. Use your belly. So, bum to the front, belly engaged, shoulders down, fingers spread. There we go. 1. 8, 9, 10. Down dog. 3 breaths. Sigh it out. Feel your body. Lift the right leg up. Inhale. No, sorry. Left leg up. Left leg up. Inhale. There we go. I think 20 times. No, 10 times. 10 times. But every time is 3 times, yeah? Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale. Left knee in the middle. Inhale up. Left knee, left elbow. That's 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. In the middle. Inhale. Exhale. That's 2. 3. Middle. Left. 4. Inhale up. 5. 6. 7. Stay with it. Heel. 10. Very well. Place your left foot forward, right knee back. So if you need to put the video on stop, please feel free. All right. If not, just take a couple of breaths. Pardon. Ooh, my calf is talking to me. All right, there we go, 20 times. 1, 'Stay with it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place the hands on the floor. Lift up your right leg high. Use your belly. Now we're going to get that right leg forward. Arms up if you can. Maybe you can stretch out your right leg 10 times. Maybe not. Just stay here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Just be with the sensations. All right, you guys, so we're gonna do the same series again, but shorter, because I'd like you to have the system in your mind, and then you can practice it every day, maybe, but you don't need me. All right, so we're gonna do 5, 5, 5, each 5, very simple. Yeah? Okay. Bring your feet to the front of the mat. Weight is on the heels, belly is strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands on the floor, feet back, knees to the floor, belly strong, shoulders back. Push index finger into the floor, and there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right leg up, inhale. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you bring your right foot forward. Bounce. Sigh. Let's go 5 times. 1, 5. Left leg up. And then bring the right knee forward, left knee forward. Arms up, use the belly. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Little dance in between. notice how when you move the body so much, it makes us so happy, doesn't it? Stick out your bum. And then we'll take the other side. Weight on the heels. Strong legs. Belly. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the front engaged. Spread your toes. Last series. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands on the floor, feet back, belly strong, knees to the floor, shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Down dog, left leg up. Inhale. Left knee, right elbow. Up. Middle. Up. Left, left. Up. Left, right. Up. Middle. Up. Left, left. Last one. And then take it up and forward. Coming up. 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hands on the floor, right leg up. So notice you want to turn your left buttocks toward the back. And then take the right knee up. Belly strong, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did it. Just feel. Bring both of your arms to the back. Open up your chest. Come forward. And then slowly, slowly come up. Close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your eyes closed. Just feel the sensation. You did such an incredible good job. Really, be proud of yourself. If you kept it along, And also if you didn't keep it along, but you tried again, again, and again, and again, it's really not about the results. It's about the attitude of trying. And then, wherever you are, accepting. To want to grow is inherent to humanity. We naturally want to grow. It's our nature. So to think that we need to punish ourselves in order to be able to grow, that's bullshit. If we accept things as they are, there is space. And from that inner space, our true nature can come up. And since our true nature is expansion, it will all come naturally. So we're going to go down to the floor. So I'm going to take down the camera. So that was a nice workout. We're going to go to opening up our hamstrings. Opening up the hamstrings. It's such a weird thing, the camera thing. And then take the right knee on top of the left. Action in the left leg. Flex your left foot. Sit up straight. Shoulders to the back. And from that open chest, you pivot in the hips. Now, for some of us, we're just going to be here, yeah? That's fine. Wherever. So the conversation you have with the sensations in this shape is one of feeling a little bit out of the comfort zone, stretch, take a couple of breaths, noticing that those breaths open up the connective tissue and the muscles, and then all of a sudden you feel nothing anymore because you're more open, and then again maybe a little bit more falling into the new space you created for yourself. Now if we get sloppy and lazy because we're identifying with our thoughts, what happens is this is hanging, there's no life anymore, and when you go forward, this is going to go to the right or to the left, and it's just dead. So stay present in your foot, your leg. Lift the chest, shoulders back. And then slowly come up. Big sigh. Take that left leg to the back, opening up the thigh, the quads, the psoas. So the knees, both of them to the front, elbows to the back. Now turn your lower back towards your feet. Stay here. Maybe you can lie down. But make sure that the knee doesn't go out. You want to have it to the front. Toes, you cannot see mine, are backwards. Toes are backwards. This is not so good for your knee. You want to have it like this. From there, coming up. And then let's take the left knee on top of the right. Flex your right foot. Activate the right thigh. Lower back, upper back. Chest open. Keep this active. So don't let the body go way right or left. You want to be to the front. Stay present in your body. Stay activating your muscles. And slowly come up. We're going to take the other left leg forward, right knee, right foot to the back. Now as you go backward, push that right knee down. Down, down, lower back. So you can cushion yourself, block or cushion, and then lie down. So you're actively stretching. It's not a yin class. You're actively pushing your right knee down. You're actively turning your lower back against the floor. You're actively exhaling and really diving into the sensations of the stretch. Then we're going to slowly come up. Now bring the soles of the feet together and bring the feet away from you, diamond shape. And this time we're going to round the lower back, middle back, and upper back. Rounding, rounding, rounding. Taking the elbows on the outside of the shins. Rounding lower back, middle back, upper back. And then pull maybe a little bit your head towards your feet. Now, if this is not for you, you can use a block. You can place a block or a big cushion, something that makes the area higher, so you can place. And the big advantage of placing your head on something is that you allow your neck to relax. And if the neck can relax, automatically the other parts of the body will relax also. And this is a yin posture. We're not really creating the stretch, we're actually allowing the stretch. It's another approach. So here we are again. Stay here in your opening. And then pick up the attention on your breath. And see if you can again go to your observation. Observation of the sensation in your body. Observation of your breath. Make the breath big. And then observation of your thoughts, if there are any. We're going to stay here for another minute, but I'd like if you're struggling, see if you can feel in your body that the stretch is doing you good. If it's a stinging pain, then change your positions. But if you just notice, wow, this is just stiff and it needs to become more open, this is the challenge of physically expansion, but also mentally. Staying in connection with the more challenging sensations instead of numbing out. So numbing out actually can be in identifying with the thoughts. I hope you follow me on this. So when you're here and you might have pain in your groin or in the outside of the hip or maybe somewhere in your back, but the back will mostly be very released. But instead of connecting to that sensations, we often fly away into the thoughts just to not feel the challenging sensation. So then the thoughts become like a refuge for not feeling. But here it is absolutely, I ask you, invite you to stay present with your challenging physical sensations. I'm going to take 5 more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Very nice. Come up. Come lie down. Just take a couple of breaths. Now we're going to lift up the right leg high. Hold your leg. Just turn around your foot a couple of times. Into both directions. And then take your right knee in and bring it to the left. Right arm to the right, and then go for your twist. So make sure it makes sense, the twist, physically in your body. Maybe you need to put your hips a little bit more to the right or to the left. Create a nice twist. Now take 3 more big breaths. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 5, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 5. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Coming back to the middle. Sigh it out, always after those twists, so that you release. Turn your foot into both directions. And then you bend your left knee, bring it to the right. Left arm to the left. Notice how everything falls into place in this new shape. And then we're gonna take 3 more breaths together. See if you can go from the belly all the way up to the chest. Exhale fully out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Coming back to the middle. Sigh. Yes, before we're going to go to Shavasana, we're going to do our breath of fire for 3 minutes. So come and sit up. Putting a little juice in my computer. Yeah. All right. So breath of fire, only do this if you know it. If you know how to do it. I'm not going to go into technical explanation of it. If you don't know how to do it, just sit here and breathe belly in and out. If not, if you know, bring your arms up, bend your fingers, lift the chest, and there we go. Gaze to the third eye. If you notice you're becoming a little tired, lift the chest. More energy in the arms. Don't let the elbows be sloppy. Straighten your arms and give your posture simply more energy, because then you'll keep it up easier. Inhale. Block your breath. Let the thumbs touch. Pull the pelvic floor muscle. Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha. Lift. And then exhale. Descend your hands to your knees. Chest up. Chest open. Chin slightly in. Gaze between your eyes. Come lie down. Give your body the space to integrate everything we've been doing. So bring your feet to the outside of your mat. Lie down. Arms away from you, palms up. Pull the shoulder blades towards each other so the shoulders can fully relax on the floor. Relax your feet. Relax your legs. Bring your breath to your belly. Relax your stomach. So if you don't know where your stomach is, feel your navel. Go 3 fingers above, and then you'll feel, often there's a lot of tension there. So see if you can just simply go with your attention there, and then relax. Relax your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your hands. Relax your neck, your jaw, your tongue. Eyes. So visualize your eyeballs falling back to the back of the skull. Let yourself fully be absorbed by the heaviness of the body. Sink into the floor. Surrender to any sensation, any thought, any emotion. Surrender, surrender, surrender. So the more we learn to surrender through our practice, the better we become in opening our hearts, so we don't miss the juice in life. A closed heart, numb sensations keep us half dead or half living. So in the practice we train this muscle of courage in order to be able to surrender to the whole palette of life. So not only the positive, and for the victims, for the victim lovers, not only the negative, just the whole variety in colors of life. Bring your arms to the back, push the feet forward, take a big full stretch. And then bring your knees to your chest. And then we're going to come up. Bring your chin to your chest. 3 circles to the right. And 3 circles to the left. Just take a moment to again focus in between the eyes, to relax the shoulders, straight spine. And then we'll finish this session with 3 full ohms, full of gratitude for this incredibly vast life. Take a big deep inhale. Om. 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 Namaste. Thank you guys so much to share this with me. And I hope to see you back later in time.